Hey folks, it's Billy DKY, the truth seeker that simplifies and demystifies. This is going to be my video on domineering teachers. And this was a question by somebody wanting to know why do teachers always think they're right when sometimes they're wrong, and why do they always think you're wrong when sometimes you're right, and also why do they carry a lot of biasness into the classroom if they don't like you, maybe from something they've heard previously from another teacher or something, or from why are they not treating you unbiasedly or impartial. So anyway, basically here's the way I look at it, and I don't know if I remember this from high school or where I first started getting this concept in my head. Basically, a teacher is sort of like a little dictator of a small country, and the country is your little group of students, which maybe 30 students or something like that. And obviously if you go against their power, then they have people above you come in and make you submit. So their power is given to them from somebody above, not necessarily their physical presence. You might be able to whip your teacher's ass, but you got the people above them that come in and put the hammer down on you. So that brings up the question, which you hear in politics and stuff a lot in life: power corrupts. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. And so basically what you're seeing is when you have a teacher that basically is abusing their power, basically it's a sign of being a bad teacher. And also, I don't know if I've said this before, but you may not have heard it. I actually was going to be a high school math teacher at one time. And basically most people start out enthusiastic about being teachers, but after a while they just get jaded by life, you know what I'm saying? So, okay. And and I had a situation too when I was in high school. This teacher hated me before I even got into the classroom. I think her and all the other teachers had talked, or maybe one of the girls who was my age, was her niece or something, talked to her, and she already hated me before I got in there. In my school, you had to have a 90 to get an A. Well, she gave me an 89.997 and wouldn't round it up. And she did that. She did that, and I was pissed because I knew what she was doing, and because I knew I didn't make a B. You know what I mean? I knew it was close, but once I knew that, I was like, no, she did that intentionally. Then the next time I made an 89.54, she tried to lessen it down so it wouldn't seem so obvious, but it was ridiculous, man. Okay, so basically, a lot of times why teachers can't admit when they're wrong is because of an ego defense. It has nothing to do with them being real truth seekers, which not all teachers are bad. Don't get me wrong, I ain't trying to say it, because we've all had a couple good ones here and there that were amazing, but it's typically not the standard. You have substandard people teaching most of the time, and I don't mean to disrespect anybody as a teacher. I hope you're great. Okay. So, that's all fine and dandy. Oh yeah, I have to go back to the teacher that basically hated me before I even went in there. I did get revenge. I ain't going to say how I did it, because there may be people that I know listening to this, and I don't want to get in any trouble for, whatever. With that said, though, I want to point out the highest wisdom on revenge. Josh Billings said this: there is no greater revenge than forgiveness. However, I wasn't that wise back then, and I don't... Anyway. Okay, so that's all fine and dandy. That's high wisdom, good, blah, blah, blah. But still, how are you going to cope with it? That's the real question. A wise man can turn anything into an advantage. And if I'd have been wiser at the time, I could have turned this thing around on the teacher and made it a growth experience instead of a negative experience. So, look at the politicians. They're always no matter what happens, they spin it. You know what I'm saying? So, find a way to spin it, try to investigate it, use it as a learning opportunity, because every experience in life is a learning opportunity. That some of the greatest gifts in life are the messiest presents you have to open. It may be the most grand present you've ever opened, but it's got cow shit wrapped all over it, and you got to clean all that off to find the diamond inside. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I guess it's a lot like your dog swallowing something precious, and you have to wait until it craps to go through all the crap to find the whatever that precious thing it swallowed. So spin it, use it as an opportunity, use those 9 principles. Look at your teacher's situation, ask why is this teacher like that? Investigate it, use it as an ability to figure people out, use it as an opportunity. And if you can really do that, you can probably find a way to spin the situation and make it better for you and for her and yourself. And also look inside yourself. Use it as an opportunity to investigate yourself and just look at it as an opportunity to understand things, because it is a learning opportunity, and some of the greatest learning opportunities are the most difficult. I didn't get on the spiritual journey because my life was at an easy spot. I got on the spiritual journey because my life reached a point where I either had to get on it or die. So, some of the greatest successes come out of the greatest misery, so use it, learn from it. Like I heard this one person, I think they lost their hearing or something like that. And as a result, when they were a kid, they lost their hearing so they couldn't hear. But their ability to read people with their eyes developed at such a high level that I think the hearing might even came back. But he had the ability to read people because he couldn't hear them. So he developed his ability to understand what people were doing or saying based off their body language instead of their words and saying. So he had an ultra high level of body language skills. And I think it wound up producing some amazing results in some area. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was for the government or something. He could read. I don't remember what it was, but it was pretty amazing. So don't look at nothing is really a disadvantage if you'll get the right mentality. So it's a bad experience. Don't make your life bitter because your teacher's bitter or whatever. Don't become stupid because the people you're with are stupid. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes the greatest wisdom and insight comes from being around people who are stupid. Because I was thinking today how lucky I am to be where I'm at. I'm basically in the heart of stupidity. The people around me don't get it, don't understand, ain't going to get it, ain't going to understand. So basically, I don't have any option to talk to anybody. So I have to figure it out myself. I don't have anybody to lean on. You know what I'm saying? I have to figure it out. So in a way, it's anything can be turned into a beautiful situation if you allow it to be. You know what I'm saying? So, and again, the situation won't last forever. You know what I'm saying? Your life won't last forever. So view it as temporary. View it as a learning experience. And okay, next point. And you see this basically from not only teachers, but you see it from cops. You see it from anybody who's given a position of authority. And as an adult, I've been noticing that. Like if I run into somebody, because I'm getting where I'm really good at just reading people and reading. I was like, is that person a teacher? Because what happens is you meet a person that's not really that great. And they're talking down to you. You're like, you're used to talking down to people all day. And I was like, are you a school teacher? And sure enough, they are. And I love dominating those people now because their authority is based upon the people above them. It's not based upon who they are as a person. And my authority is based upon who I am as a person because that's all I'm concerned with. I'm not concerned with having a power above me. You know what I'm saying? And I love getting in their personal space now and in their minds and putting them in their appropriate place. So anyway, and that's probably all I want to say. That's a good little rant. Anyway, thanks for the question, and later, folks.